October. I'm on my way to the gym. It is 6:30 a.m. Well, I say I'm on the way to the gym. I'm going to get a coffee because I'm tired. And I've got an upper body day today. If I remember right, I've got to cover the light a minute. There's a car coming towards me. There you go. Oh, I've turned it off. If I remember, I'll film some bits today. I've had a really nice weekend and I feel refreshed now, ready for the week. It was a bad idea filming now because I was on really quiet roads and now all of a sudden I've started filming, everybody's driving towards me, so that's good. People have decided to go to work early today. Yeah, so updates, none really. My weight is staying around the 64 to 65 kilo mark, which is good. I'm hoping that I'm like recomping a little bit. My coach seems to think that I am, and I'm eating quite a lot of food, you know, for me. I mean, in my first season with my coach, I was on a lot of calories. I was on like 5,000 calories. Now I'm on about 3. But that's enough. It's enough that before each meal I'm hungry, but I don't feel stuffed at the end of the day. Like I don't feel like I'm force feeding myself. Right, I'm gonna have to go because there's another car behind me now. Bye. Okay, I don't know if you can see me, but as I was saying, yeah, it's enough food that I'm hungry before each meal. Have my meal, feel satisfied, and I'm not going to bed feeling like, oh, I've had too much food today, because I hate that feeling. Rice I cannot eat at the moment. It's turning on me. So we've substituted most of my rice meals now for either white potatoes or sourdough bread, which I'm not complaining about. I love sourdough bread. I could probably eat a loaf of sourdough bread a day and I wouldn't feel bloated. My body likes pasta, it likes bread. I think it's because I was brought up on it. Like, my father was Italian, so we used to eat pasta 4 to 5 nights a week in various different forms, and I can eat a bucket of pasta and not feel full. So I don't eat it because you know, macro for macro, the portion sizes that you get for pasta are pathetic. You know, we used to eat as a family. I think my dad used to cook like a kilo of pasta between 6 of us. So what's that per portion? So we probably have about 125 grams, 150 grams each, which is, you know, a lot in terms of carbs. That's probably about 120, 130 grams carbs in one meal. But you know, in those days you'd have like breakfast, lunch and dinner, and there was no snacking or anything like that. So I mean, our meals were really healthy as kids growing up. We never had any processed foods or anything like that because my dad was so fussy. We only used to eat like homemade proper food. So I think that's why I don't really like the taste of things like McDonald's, or like, I've never had Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think I've had one Burger King, and that was after a show, and I didn't eat it because it was bloody horrible. It was the only place that was open and I was starving, so I went and got I think I got a cheeseburger or something, and it was gross. It was really greasy, so I didn't eat that. I don't really like I don't like Chinese takeaway. I suppose if I was going to go for any takeaway, it'd probably be Turkish, but you know, I'd end up having chicken and a bit of bread and salad, so pretty much the same sort of food that I would eat anyway. Indian now and again, maybe like a tikka, not a masala, just a dry tikka. So I'm not into all this like really rich. I do love Italian food, I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I was brought up on that. But I don't think Italian food is bad. I mean, it's quite high in calories, but every time I go to Italy to see my family, I lose weight because the food quality is so good over there. You never feel bloated, you never feel uncomfortable. My cousin, she makes everything from scratch. She makes her own pasta, she makes her own bread. So there's no like preservatives and all that shit in it. Her food is like fresh. They've got their own farm, so they grow their own olives, their own tomatoes, they make their own olive oil. Everything is just chef's kiss, honestly. I don't think I ever eat a meal over there that I don't enjoy. And you know, it's a lot of food. The only thing I'm not that much of a fan of with Italian food is the salamis and stuff. I do like them, but they're quite fatty, and I don't really like fatty food. I don't know how I got onto that tangent. Anyway, I'm getting to Starbucks now. So it's a Monday, wet, dreary, dark October day. I actually quite like them. Now that I've accepted that summer's over, I don't mind these days. I mean, I hate the rain, but I quite like the feel of autumn. You know, all the orange leaves and all that sort of stuff. I do like it. But I'm not a pumpkin girl. Fucking lorry drivers, I hate them. Okay. Right, okay, I'm gonna go. I shall see you later. Bye. Good morning, people. It is Wednesday, the 22nd of May. I wish, 22nd of October. I was at a session with my friend. First time she's ever trained. And it was so good training her because she was good. She picked up really quickly. So I managed to fit my session in around helping her. And then we went to a local wholesaler, and I discovered a place where I could buy amazing egg whites, spent a fraction of the cost. Getting them a litre for $3.27, I think, a litre, and they're like local fresh eggs as well, free range, but just the egg white side of it. So well chuffed with that. So stocked up on them. I had a good session actually, considering I did a full body workout with her because it's the first time she's ever been to the gym, and I wanted her to just, get a feel of how the machines work and, different body parts and whatever. And then, obviously, I incorporated my exercises for the day in with what she was doing. So it worked out quite well. I got a long day today. I've been out since 7:30. My son doesn't finish work till 5:30, and I'm not going home because if I go home, I'll have to waste loads of petrol, and then as soon as I get settled and drilled, I'll have to drive back out again to pick him up, so I'm not doing that. I feel good today. I had a very, very bad day yesterday, mentally. Without going into too much detail, my youngest son, he's 20 and he's autistic. And several months, this last year, the end of last year, my ex-husband took him for the weekend and refused to bring him home. And there's nothing I could do about it because he's 20. I've reported him to the police and social services and all that, and there's basically nothing I could do, even though I've got a lasting power of attorney. Anyway, besides all that, he messages me and me all the time, and it breaks my heart because he misses me and he wants to see me, and he's lived with me all his life, so I feel like I've lost a limb. But yesterday it really hit me hard. Yesterday I got really upset and sad about it, and I think it's because I've been suppressing the feelings for so long. I've just kind of been telling myself that it's not happening because it's easier to do that than to face it. And yesterday was really, I get upset now, but yesterday was a really tough day. So yeah, I didn't vlog anything yesterday because I was just feeling too sad. And I'm not going to come on here and be a negative Nancy because nobody wants to hear that. But I'm just telling you about my life and how it is, and sometimes it is sad, and that's the same for everyone. And you just got to carry on and try and be grateful for the good things you've got. And my son is happy. He's autistic, right? So he's always happy. He dances. That's his thing. He dances, and as long as he's happy and safe, and he is safe. I know my ex-husband wouldn't hurt him or anything like that. He just doesn't do anything with him. When Gareth lived with me, we used to go everywhere together, you know. We'd go, I don't know, we'd go for walks, we'd go to like theme parks, we'd go to the cinema, we'd go out for food, we'd go to he loved going to Starbucks, you know, or Costa, and he would just dance in there, and we'd take him to the gym, and he had loads of friends in the gym, and do you know, everybody's so lovely with him. And he's missing that for me, he's missing that social element of his life, but as long as he's all right, that's the main thing. So, on to more positive things. I am going to Blackpool this weekend, and I'm working at the IBFA British Finals. So, if you go, you might see that. It should be a good show. There's quite a few competitors. There's like 30 competitors, I think. So, the venue's superb as well. Like, Matt was showing me the venue looks so good. So I'm kind of like, whenever I'm going away somewhere, I'm always really anxious, like the days leading up to it, because, you know, I don't know if I'm the only person who's like that, but I always get really anxious before I'm going somewhere, and then when I actually get there, I really enjoy it and have a good time. So yeah, that's this weekend. So I don't think I'll be able to. I'll be able to train Saturday now, and then I'm going to drive up Saturday afternoon, and then all day Sunday obviously is the show. And I think what I'm going to do is the same as what I did last time when I went to Teesside. When the show finished, I drove straight home, and even though it was through the night, it kind of benefited me more because there wasn't so much traffic. But I think this time I'm going to stay in the hotel until I think I'm going to get up at like 3 in the morning and drive back then, because I think the show will finish by about 10. So I'll go straight back, go to sleep, get up at 3, and then drive back. So like back early. Because I don't want to hit all traffic, but I mean, Blackpool's like 4.5 hour drive from where I live. So, you know, it's a bit of a journey. And I don't want to be adding 2 hours on because I hit all the morning traffic on a Monday. You know? The sun's really bright today. It's lovely. It's cold though. I'm so chuffed with my egg whites. Bye. How sad is that? I had a massive thing of mustard, my favourite mild mustard, for I think that was £2.50, and it's 2.5 litres, I think, or something. It's big anyway. So I wasn't impressed with the prices in this cash and carry, though. It wasn't cheap, really, but the egg whites were, so that's all I meant, to be fair. Right, so now I am on my way to have a coffee and chill out and do some work. I've got to edit my YouTube video from last week. The reason I've left it so long, I mean, it's Wednesday. It took me, I think it was 3 hours yesterday. I don't know whether the internet was slow or whatever, but it took me 3 hours to upload all my videos to my laptop. By the time I'd done that, I'd lost the will to live, and I didn't feel like editing it. So I'm going to do that today. Now I'm going to sit in Starbucks, get myself some coffee, and edit that. So that'll take me about 2 hours, hour or two. I don't know. Depends how fancy I make it. I don't make my videos fancy because why would I when the content isn't fancy? This is it. This is one. I don't think I've got anything else to say other than have a lovely day, evening, morning, wherever you are, and I shall see you soon. Bye. Oh, good evening. It is still Wednesday, and I am sitting in my car waiting for my son to finish work. Groundhog Day. I spent the entire afternoon in Starbucks, but I was very productive. I have edited my entire video. I just need to watch it through now just to make sure I haven't left anything in there. Not that I actually edit much out because I'm lazy. Hence why my videos are shit. But I have done it. My clips forever. I need to start saving my videos with a name because oh my god, it takes me such a long time to go through every clip and rename them and all that shit. So I need to do it as I go along because it's really annoying when you come to edit it. And I tried to use iMovies today, and I think it will be better. But it was taking me so long to get used to the new interface on there that I just went back to CapCut. So I'm going to play around. I'm just going to upload like a 5-minute video to it. I don't know why I'm telling you all this because why would you want to know? But I'm going to try it because you can cancel out like background noise with iMovies, which is selling it to me because I'm often in the car when I'm doing videos. So I think I might start doing that. I've had 2 compliments today. One on my hair, which I kind of just curled this morning, like in about 10 seconds, and one on my skin, telling me my skin looked flawless, and I was like, thanks, because when I look in the mirror, all I see is bags under my eyes and wrinkles, so that made my day. It did come from an older lady though, so it wasn't exactly a 25-year-old that said that to me, but it did make my day. It was a 25-year-old that told me that my hair looked nice though, so win there. Anyway, I'm just killing time, that's why I'm babbling on, so I am going to go now, and I might upload this one and play around with it on iMovies. Woo, what an exciting evening. Right, speak to you tomorrow. Bye. Good evening. It is Thursday, the 23rd of October. I think it's the 23rd. And today has been a day. I haven't vlogged at all today because I got in my car this morning and drove about 100 metres and realised I had a completely flat tyre, which was a great start to the day. So luckily my next door neighbour, he's an older guy, and he's like a dad type person, and he had the shadows. He had like a pump that you can plug into your battery in the car. So luckily managed to pump the tyre up, drove to the nearest tyre place, 70 quid for a tyre. Great, that's just what you want on Thursday. But at least the car's sorted. And then I took my son to work. He was a little bit late. And then I've spent the day editing, not actually editing, uploading my video, which I did 3 times because twice it just stopped at 95% and just said unsuccessful. So I nearly lost my shit. And then I had quite an emotional day today because I'm missing my son, my youngest son. He's been with his dad for a while now. I think I've mentioned it before, but there's been a bit of shit going on there. And I had a bit of a mentee bee today in Starbucks because a lady came in and she knows myself and my son and she sees us together all the time. And she said, "Oh, I saw Kerris today in college," and he gave me a big hug, and I just burst out crying and proceeded to, I said, "Oh, I've got to go outside," and I sobbed for 20 minutes with my friend, hence why I got these big puffy eyes, because I've been crying so much. I'm not a pretty crier, I'm a really ugly crier, and these bags are testament to that for today. So yeah, that was not great, but I do you know what, I think it did me good because I've been bottling up my emotions quite a lot, and I think I just needed to get them out, so I did feel a little bit better after that. And then came home, I had my feedback from my coach. Everything is spot on. She's really happy with the way I'm looking, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with the way I'm looking. Consider I'm in an off season, I feel quite good. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. And then so she hasn't added any food, but she's added some intra-workout carbs, 25 grams. So I've ordered them now, so we'll see how that goes, because I've had them before, but I never really took them because I've eaten so much food. I just didn't feel like having intra-workout carbs on top of it. I didn't feel like I needed them, but I think I might benefit from them now because I'm, pushing my training, and I don't want to eat loads more food, so I think it could work. I look like I've had my lips done. I haven't. They just look really swollen tonight. Perhaps it's the shadows. It's weird, isn't it? I don't know. Perhaps they're gradually getting plumper. Who knows? They do look really weird tonight, though. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I'm in bed now because it's freezing. I got the heating on. I got drenched as well, right? Because I had to leave my car at the tyre place and then walk from there to Starbucks, which was, it's only like a 10-15 minute walk. But as soon as I got out my car, fucking pissed down with rain and I got absolutely drenched. And I was freezing all day. I just couldn't warm up. I met this lady today and she's a bit of a psych. We were just chatting because the lady who runs the local Starbucks are good friends and she knows her. So we were chatting and she's a bit of a psychic. And she gave me some healing today. It was really, oh, maybe that's why I got my emotions came out, because sometimes after you've had some healing that happens. I don't know. So anyway, that was nice. We had a really long chat and we're going to go down to this school in Pembroke with her. She's going there. They do like, I don't even know what to call it. They go to places and sort of get in touch with the spirits that are there, whatever. But she went there a couple of weeks ago with some of her friends and they do it all for nothing, right? They're not in it for money or anything like that. They just do it because they're genuine. And anyway, they went there and they said that she said she was walking through and she could just see nuns, like 10 or 15 nuns walking beside her. And when she went back to the office to speak to the headmaster, she said, what used to be here before school? And apparently it used to be a hospital for not prisoners, but people that had been injured during the war. And the nurses were all nuns. And I don't think she was making it up. She has no reason to make it up, does she? This shadow is really annoying me. So they're going back down in, I think, after Christmas to do another like walkthrough and see what they can, what information they can gather. So she's invited me and my friend to go down there. So I'm going to go to that because I think it'd be fun. I love things like that, especially when the people are genuine. And like today, she just said to me, she said, you need some healing. I can feel it. And she just put her hands on my shoulders and her hands were boiling, like red hot. And I could feel it on my shoulders. And I don't know, it felt really good. It felt nice. So I'm happy to do anything that's going to make me feel better. Yes, that was a little quirk to the day. Didn't train today. It was a rest day. So it was quite nice, actually. Like I said, I stayed on my laptop most of the day trying to upload that fucking video, which is done now. So if you do go and watch it, please, give it a like or dislike or something after all the work that I put into getting the bloody thing up there. Anyway, I'm having an early night tonight because I got a really early start tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can go to sleep. I do feel really tired, so that feeling after you've been out in the cold and the wet all day and then you come home, you have a hot shower, you have something to eat, and then you're ready for bed. So that's how I feel today. So I'm going to go to bed now. I'm going to read a little book, nice, easy, nice novel of some description, and go to sleep. So I shall see you in the morning, ready for leg day. Ah, okay, leg day is done. Oh, I actually enjoyed it today. I think that's the best leg session I've had for ages, actually. It was really good. Like, I felt strong. And I feel I videoed quite a bit, or videoed, how old am I? 750 years old. I filmed a lot of it. So I'm going to look back at my form when I get home, just to make sure that it was, as it should be. It felt good though. If I remember to edit and insert those clips, I will. But like I always say, I find it really boring watching other people's training. It's just not interesting. How much did you get from it? Unless you're watching a video specifically to learn how to train, watching other people training, you just, I don't know. I just find it boring personally. So I don't know what you lot think, but when I say you lot, it's probably like two of you that watch them, but I care about what you think. So I personally don't like watching training videos. I'm more about, when I watch YouTube videos, I like watching things like this. I guess that's why I do it like this, because this is what I like to watch. And, everybody thinks their own life is boring. And mine, it kind of is boring. But I still find other people's lives interesting, even if they're just rambling in the car like I am now, It's just, I don't know, just find it interesting. People's personalities, what's going on in their lives, how their training's going, how their prep's going, how their off season's going. And I know off season is kind of boring to watch because there's no immediate changes, is there? It's not like when you're dieting for a show every week, you're checking in, your body's looking leaner, your weight is dropping, your moods are different, you're tired, you look haggard. It's more of a, you kind of morph more quickly rather than in an off season where, you're losing lines, you're getting a bit fluffy, you're eating more food. I'm actually really enjoying this off season. I'm kind of allowing myself to eat instead of worrying about putting on fat. I'm just thinking, if I'm training hard and I'm eating properly, which I am, I'm not going to get fat. It's only when you eat, I know it's calories in, calories out, but not all food is created equal, so I like to eat as much as possible. I like to eat, single ingredient foods, because they just make me feel better. I don't really like snacky foods like biscuits. Don't get me wrong, one now and again is nice. My favourite biscuit, if I'm going to have one, is an Oreo or like a proper cookie, not these massive ones that weigh a kilo and they're full of cream and bullshit. I just like, well, I can't even think which ones I like because I never eat them. It would probably be a white chocolate one, white chocolate chip, if I was going to have one. But the thought of it now actually doesn't appeal to me at all. Maybe it's because I feel satisfied with the food I've eaten. Could be. But yeah, I'm not a fan of like shitty foods. Even whey protein, which is fine. I've kind of gone off stuff like that. It doesn't sit well in my stomach. So yeah, I love sourdough bread though. Could eat a loaf of sourdough bread every single day and have no issues. I wouldn't have any bloating. I wouldn't have any discomfort. I can smash bread and I'm good with it. As long as I don't buy like Mother's Pride, thick sliced, because that just it's got a weird texture, that shit has. It's like spongy, and then it goes, I don't know, it goes like soggy. It's not nice bread. But there's a bakery near me, and they make their sourdough fresh every day, and it's a little bit pricey. I think it's like £3 a loaf, but it's a big loaf. Actually, there's two bakeries. One of them, it's quite cheap. It's about £2 a loaf, but it's not such a big loaf. How many times in a sentence can I say loaf? And then there's another one, which is like a niche bakery, it's a little bit pretentious. And they charge £3, but I know their bakery is like hands-on. It's like two people there in the morning. They make all the breads and the patisseries and all that sort of stuff. So I might actually go there today because I'm going into Llandudno. So I might go get one of their loaves of breads. One of their loaves of bread. Can't speak now. That was a bit of a ramble on bread, wasn't it? Okay. So at the moment, I'm really enjoying eggs and egg whites. I go through phases with eggs. Sometimes they turn on me, the smell. But at the moment, I'm enjoying them. So I think that's what I'm going to have when I get in now. Well, actually, I'll have my post-workout, which will be cream of rice. But instead of having whey, I'm going to have egg whites in it. Because, I don't know, the taste of whey is turning on me. And I've got so many different ones, right? I've got isolates. I've got, basic whey mixture, the ones that are thicker. It's just the flavour. I think it's artificial flavours are turning on me, which isn't a bad thing, really. So yeah, I think I'll have cream of rice with egg whites and maybe some stevia on it or honey or something. I'll cut down my carb a little bit in the cream of rice, put some jam in or honey instead. Honey, probably. Okay, there we are. You've had my full thought process there. I bet that was interesting. It's a really nice day now. It was freezing. I mean, it's cold. It's only 7 degrees, but it's really sunny. So that's good because it's been absolutely pissing down the last 2 days. The skies were black, you know, when they go really dark and it feels like it's 6 o'clock in the evening when it's 10 o'clock in the morning. But it's lovely today. It's really nice. So I'm going to go because I'm on a country road and there's some strange drivers in front of me. They're going fast and slow, then fast and slow. I don't think they know where they're going. So I shall speak to you later. Bye. I don't know yet. See how it feels. Good afternoon, people. I am in Oswald Street at the services because I'm on my way to Blackpool, and it's been a shitty journey so far because the traffic has been really bad and it's been raining and then sunny and then raining and then sunny, so you don't know where the hell you are. And I just stopped at Starbucks to get myself a nice strong coffee because I needed it. Been up since 6. It's now 4:15. I'm actually taking my time because there's no rush to get there. And the added bonus of today is that we get an extra hour in bed tomorrow because the clocks go back, so that's a plus. Yeah, the traffic's been terrible, but I'm on my way to Blackpool. It's the IBFA British Finals. I'm working backstage. I always forget what they call the people who work backstage, but I'm one of them. And my hair is still annoying me. It's so dark. I dyed it lighter yesterday, but it still looks, it's really hard to lighten it once it's gone really dark, isn't it? But I'm just going to deal with it. Yeah, so the venue looks amazing. When I get there tomorrow, I'm going to film some, or unless we go down to, we might nip down tonight to have a little look. The hotel we're staying in, not so great from what I've looked at. It looks like a shithole. I will do a room review when we get there. Fucking hell, I'm dreading it. Anyway, I'm not going to stay on the phone for long because I need to get moving before it gets dark. So, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you happen to be watching this. And I shall, and if anybody actually does, and I shall speak to you when I get there. Bye. I am finally in a travel lodge. I went to the hotel that I was supposed to stay in. Fucking hell. It was like something out of Escape from Alcatraz. It was probably the worst hotel I've ever seen in my life. The room was probably big enough for a small child, and I mean a 3-year-old. The toilet and shower, oh my God. The tiles were coming off the wall, the toilet was loose, it was filthy. I pulled back the sheets on the bed and there was a bug in the bed. So I fucking have had to suck it up and pay for a hotel. But I've come to a travel lodge in Preston. Wow, it's brand new. My room smells like clean carpet. You know that lovely smell? Oh, I'll show you. Hang on, let me switch the camera around. So this is my room now. Look how lovely it is. I'm in my bed, that's my view. I'll show you the bathroom later, but this is what a hotel should look like, not that fucking shithole that I was in. So, I'm happy. It is 20 to 8. I haven't eaten since about 4:30. So I'm going to sit in my bed. I'm going to watch Strictly, which I haven't watched for years actually, and I used to love it. It's on. Oh, this room is lush. I love it. Love it. Why the fuck didn't they book us here in the first place? Anyway, I'm going to go now and chill out for a bit and have something to eat. Bye. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Hello, I'm home, and I've been editing my last week's video, and I've realised that I didn't do an outro. So here's my outro. Blackpool was interesting. The show was great. The show was really good. The hotel was fucking awful. But like I said I think I said in one of the videos, I booked another one, so it was fine. And this is a week later, almost. So, yeah, here's my outro. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do all the shit you meant to do, like, what was it? Like, comment, subscribe, share, if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But it would be appreciated if you did. And I think I'm going to do a little Shein haul when it eventually gets here. So keep your eyes peeled. Bye.